going to be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
That's not nearly as bad as what I did to that girl at Outback, though. So we go to Outback Steakhouse, and I happened to be really hungry. I don't think I'd eaten that day. So, like, I was hungry. I wanted the food. I want the bread. I want that brown bread. I'm just anything. I want some food. Mm-hmm. And so they seat us pretty quickly, but there aren't many tables left. So they seat us near the bar. So I can see the bartender. I can see the bar. I can see the people at the bar at my table. 17 minutes went by, and no one came and talked to me. Mm-hmm. 15 minutes in, like, she went and asked the hostess for menus so that we would have a menu. So about 18 and a half minutes after I had been sitting there, I saw this blonde. Now. I see this blonde waitress walk by, and she makes eye contact and then quickly like breaks it. I could tell she knew that there was something going on here, and I was like, "Hey, you, come here. I got you." And I'm like, "I got one." I'm like, "I got one." So I get over there, and I'm like, she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Haven't you been? Is no one waiting on you guys?" And I'm like, no one's been waiting on us. I've been seeing you guys over there in the corner. I was like, she's like, no. I'm like, no, you're all just lazy. You're lazy. You're a lazy waitress, and you didn't want to take my table. She's like, no. I was like, I want to talk to your manager. And like she started to cry a little, and she ran away, and the manager came out, and then this like super waitress who was like 40 years old like swooped in and took her table, and I gave her like a $20 tip, but they were literally refusing to wait on us, and I felt like I was being discriminated against. It was so ridiculous. Like I was like, this must be like how African Americans used to feel sometimes when they'd walk in somewhere and they just wouldn't fucking wait on them. They literally aren't giving me services. And like, I'm looking around. I'm like, did I shit my pants? Like did I sit and shit at some point? Is that why?
It's like, just like the civil rights movement, Kyle. I bet a lot of black patrons had to say, hey, you're going to serve me. Actually, I want to talk to your manager. Your manager will care what I have to say.
Obviously, I had a next step that those individuals wouldn't have had. But in that moment, I feel like I felt the same rage and helplessness, perhaps, that they felt. Mostly just the rage because I was so goddamn hungry. So like I made her cry a little. I didn't mean to make her cry. She really should toughen up if she's going to be in the service industry with that kind of attitude anyway, if I'm being honest. But it turned out to be a nice night because we got the other waitress and she was cool. But that pissed me off to no end. And that's happened to me multiple times where I'll go in somewhere and they just won't fucking wait on me. And it really pisses me off. And I make scenes every time. Because the nature of that kind of thing is that I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, if they just come in a minute, then it'll be cool. I bet they'll apologize. Yeah, they'll apologize. Somebody will come and say they're sorry. They'll give you something free. Probably they'll give you some free drinks. It'll be cool. But no, the anger builds and it builds and it builds until I fucking yell at somebody to fucking TGIF Fridays and look like an asshole to everybody.
Either subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out.
That's right, fat boy.